Welcome to CorkCon today for October 30th, 2019. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of CorkCon right now and give you my opinion on them. Now, this is my opinion. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you are new here, hey, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. Hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. Well, real quick before we get into the news, don't forget we have a giveaway ending this week. We're giving away a 2019 Roku Ultra. This is the new and improved Roku Ultra, and a $100 Netflix gift card to one lucky person. To enter the giveaway and see all the rules and conditions, you can check out the link in the show notes down below. There's many ways to enter, like sending out a tweet, subscribing to one of our newsletters, and more. Now, you don't have to do all of them, but the more you do, the more chances you get. So don't wait. Ends very soon. Link in the show notes down below. Well, let's get into it. First, don't forget, if you're looking for news about PlayStation Vue shutting down, it is shutting down end of January 2020. That was officially announced yesterday. I have a whole special video on that where I break down what I think went wrong, some of the stuff I've heard, and more. I'll put a link to that in the show notes down there if you're looking for coverage of PlayStation Vue shutting down. But we also learned yesterday, late in the day, that HBO Max will cost $14.99. It will include all HBO content, so I got that one wrong. Remember, my prediction yesterday was, since it was the same price as HBO Now, and HBO Now is not shutting down, is that it would only be back catalog of HBO. AT&T came out and said, nope. All current HBO programming, just like HBO Now, plus all this other stuff for the same price as HBO Now, you will be able to upgrade. So my prediction was wrong. Let me know if your predictions were right or wrong there. But it will also have bundle deals with AT&T TV. Now, not AT&T TV Now. They were very clear. It's just AT&T TV. And it will eventually include live TV, an ad-supported version later down the road, and more. So a lot of details, a lot of content. Of course, Time Warner is pulling back much of their content. Rick and Morty's leaving Hulu, eventually going to go to HBO Max sometime next year. DC Universe content's coming here. Crunchyroll content's going to be included, and a ton of content from their cable networks also will be included. Now, my first impression here is it's in a decent lineup. 10,000 titles, will be smaller than most other services. AT&T addressed that, saying, hey, we're going to go for quality, not quantity. I'll be very interested to see how that pays off, and I'll love to know what you think. My impression is this is nice, but AT&T needs to regain the trust of cord cutters and Americans. DirecTV Now, I think, left a sour taste for most people. That AT&T has not necessarily endeared itself to the streaming community with what ended up happening with DirecTV now called AT&T TV Now. So I think AT&T is going to have to aggressively earn the trust of some people out there that aren't going to just say, hey, this all sounds great now, but DirecTV Now sounded great, and then they just said, hey, that's no longer our main focus. We're going to shift gears 180, go towards this totally different service, different plan, different options. So I'd love to know what you think of this, and I'd love to know if you plan to subscribe. It will be launching in May of 2020, and we'll probably learn some more as time comes, but the launch slate will be pretty good, heavily lining up behind HBO as the main selling point here, and then all this other content to really try to grow subscribers. My only question about that is, how successful will this be? HBO is great, but people who want HBO already have HBO. They're really hoping that this additional content, trying to pull their stuff off of other services, may get you to sign up for HBO. Maybe water down the HBO brand a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. Leave me a comment, let me know. All right, good news for anybody who is struggling with home internet. T-Mobile is now offering home internet for $50 a month with no data cap. Now, we had reported earlier this year that T-Mobile was testing this. They were at the time looking for 50,000 beta testers, and it was invite only, so they had to reach out to you to be included. Now T-Mobile has launched a website where you can see if it's available in your area, subject to some limitations regionally right now. I think it's a lot has to do with their network and where you live and more. But you can now get data cap free internet from T-Mobile for $50 a month. Not a bad deal. The speed is plenty to stream Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon. And I'd love to know. I've heard from a few people early in the beta testing that they got in and they were testing out the new T-Mobile equipment. I'd love to know what you think of it. T-Mobile, when they launched this, said currently running on LTE, but they intend to switch over to 5G once their 5G network is live. And they said that should start happening very soon. So I'd love to know what you think of it. And, with no data cap, if you live in a rural area where your internet options are limited, or you live in an area where you only have data caps, this may be something to try out. I've heard some people struggling to sign up for it. If you get in, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. All right, Locast now offers free TV in Seattle with access to ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC. Late last night, Locast rolled out support for Seattle to their free streaming service, which you have to live in the actual market to get it. But if you do happen to live in that market, you can now get access to Locast with offering access to your free locals. A great option there. Check it out if you happen to need locals in that Seattle area. You pair that with some other streaming content. It's a great way to watch a ton of TV 100% free. Now, Locast will bug you for donations. They survive off of donations. So if you can, an antenna is always a great option. Highly recommend it. But let me know if you test out Locast in Seattle. What sub-channels are included? Often they include many of the sub-channels, the antenna TVs, the MIDI TVs, and more. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Good news for SiriusXM fans. SiriusXM is coming to Google Assistant, eventually to the Google Nest devices. So the Google smart speakers will be getting the ability to listen to SiriusXM programming, which is great, and probably mean the Android TV support on its way through the Google Assistant built into Android TV. One more way that you can access a ton of content with this. And next up, NBC News. Now this is one that NBC kind of promised was coming, and now they confirmed it. NBC's free streaming service for news, which launched earlier this year in May, if I remember correctly, offering 8 hours a day of live NBC News streaming for free through the NBC News app on many players like Fire TV, Roku, and more, plus mobile devices and online, will be expanding to 24/7. It seems that NBC News wants to take on CBS, who's been doing this for some time, offering a 24/7 news option there. Now they want to bring that to NBC News' streaming service. So this will launch in 2020, sometime in the first half of 2020. No exact date was given for when this would happen. This is great. One of the main things that people keep the cord for is news and sports. News is becoming increasingly available for free online, streaming both live with NBC and CBS and others starting to offer more and more free content. And now, hopefully, sports become much more widely available. Now, we're already seeing that. Of course, you can get live TV streaming services like, I can't say PlayStation View anymore, Hulu or Sling TV or AT&T TV now or YouTube TV and more. We're also seeing a push towards sports coming to things like Amazon. Amazon's Twitch service has been adding more and more sports. They will even stream some Formula One races coming up. Of course, they do Thursday night football and more, really helping cord cutting break free from cable TV. This growing number of options, even small services like Friendly, offering access to the Weather Channel, the Hallmark Channels, Game Show Networks, and more for just $5.99 a month, is really kind of revolutionizing how we're getting TV. None of this will happen overnight, but it's moving in that direction. So keep that in mind. All right, next up is Apple. It announced that Apple TV Plus will be free for any Amazon Music student subscribers. So if you're a student and you subscribe to Apple Music through their student plan, you are going to get free Apple Music, which is a pretty good deal, or through free Apple TV on top of your Apple Music. I guess you could say it's free Apple Music if you pay for Apple TV, because they're both the same price. Apple's kind of joining the efforts of others like Spotify and Amazon and more, who give great discounts to students that are in college, with the hope that once they graduate, they'll convert to be full paying customers, because we got you locked in. You're used to using our service. All your playlists, all your TV shows, all that kind of stuff is locked into our service. we can keep you after you graduate. Now, Apple is moving in that same kind of marketing realm. We've been seeing more and more of this. So if you are a college student, you may really want to shop around and look at deals like this. Look at the Spotify deal. Look at the Amazon student deals, because you can get a lot of content really cheap. So keep that in mind. And let me know, is there any other Amazon or Spotify or any other kind of student deals out there that I don't know about that we should recommend? Leave us a comment. Let me know. All right, next up, Amazon's free Fire TV News app is now live. If you have a Fire TV, Amazon is rolling out support for this new app, which includes live news from places like the Washington Post, which Amazon's owner also owns, and other news organizations will offer free news all collected into a single spot through your Fire TV. Now, this is rolling out. Apparently, it's being managed through Verizon Media, according to the splash screen that pops up on your TV when you first launch it. But it does give you access to a ton of news. Now, there's nothing here so far I've noticed that's exclusive, really. A lot of this new stuff is just taking all the news from all these different apps, like the NBC News app or more. I can't remember if NBC News is included, and putting it into one repository here on the Fire TV and Fire tablets. Not sure if it's live on the Fire tablets at the time of this recording. But I think that's a great idea. We're seeing more and more of this, right? Let's take all the content from all these different apps and try to combine them into a single unified user interface where everybody can get their hands on it. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you've tested it out and if you like it. But I think this is just the start of more and more apps like this from other players, other devices that says, hey, let's combine a lot of this content, Weather Nation, NBC News, Court TV is all free. How can we make it easier for all that content to be discovered in one spot? Roku has its featured free. Amazon now has its news app. We'll see what the future holds for this kind of content. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you're warmer than I am down here in Texas. Maybe some record lows coming up. But don't forget that we have the giveaway going on for a free Roku Ultra, the 2019 model, and a $100 Netflix gift card. So check that out. Link in the show notes down below. And don't forget to check out my video on PlayStation Vue. My thoughts are, I'll quickly summarize them. I think Sony's marketing really failed PlayStation Vue. I think Sony failed to put the full force of Sony behind PlayStation Vue. When we can see Disney Plus being widely promoted at Disney parks and Disney-owned TV channels through Disney's fan clubs and more, it kind of surprises me that Sony wasn't able to take their Sony Music and Sony Pictures and more and use it to drive subscribers to PlayStation Vue. As a PlayStation owner, rarely it felt like I saw a PlayStation Vue ad. I thought they could have done a lot more to promote the service through those platforms. So I think a lot of this has to come down to bad name, poor marketing, and just a lot of technical issues. I think keeping some of the best features of PlayStation Vue exclusive to the PlayStation game system for a long time hurt them. I know they rolled out like multi-view to other devices. By that point, it was kind of too late. And I think the confusion with people, I still hear it all the time. Hey, I'd love to get PlayStation Vue, but I don't own a PlayStation. That definitely hurt them. That was a major impact on their streaming and their success there. And the tough thing is, I know PlayStation Vue fans loved it, but I get it. That you loved it, but I don't think Sony did a good job convincing other people why they should even try the service. When YouTube TV and Sling TV and PlayStation Vue and all of them were side by side, I think a lot of people veered away from PlayStation Vue because of the name, because of this idea that I needed a PlayStation. So I think Sony wanted PlayStation Vue to grow the PlayStation more than they wanted PlayStation to help PlayStation Vue grow. Just my opinion. Let me know what you think. I'll love to hear from you. If I don't see you tomorrow, which is Halloween here in the States, I hope you all have a safe day. Be careful out there, and I'll see you back here every single day, Monday through Saturday, and often on Sundays even, with more cord cutting news, tips, tricks, and reviews. So hit that subscribe button. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for your support.